Hey guys, welcome back to Doodle Decks. My name is Dexter, and in today's video we're going to be drawing this picture of Dwayne Johnson. All you're going to need for this is an A4 piece of paper, pencil, a ruler, an eraser and some colours. So that could be marker pens, felt tips, crayons, even paint, anything you want. So to get started we're going to draw a grid which is going to look something like this. And the reason we use a grid is that we can split the drawing into smaller pieces, and that'll make it easy for you to follow along. If you've watched before, you'll know how to draw a grid, then you can skip to around 2 minutes into the video, and that's where we'll start the drawing. And if you don't actually want to do any drawing at all you want to do is colour in the picture, then I've actually got the line art available down in the description that you can print out and colour in. But for everybody else, what we're going to do is take a blank piece of paper, grab a ruler and a pencil, and we're going to draw a grid. And make sure that when you do this, you press really lightly with your pencil, because we're going to be erasing the grid later on. So grab your ruler, and what we're going to do is measure in 4 inches. So just put a mark with your pencil, and then also put a mark at 5, 6, 7 and 8 inches. Now go down to the bottom of the page and do the same. And then using the ruler, just draw a straight line going through those marks that we've made. Now take your ruler and measure down from the top 1 inch. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then do the same on the other side. And then all we're going to do is join up those lines again using your ruler. Like that, and that's our grid. So that'll make it a lot easier for you to follow along and make sure that your drawing looks accurate. So to get started, grab your pencil and make sure that you press on lightly in case you make any mistakes, and all you need to do really is just follow along what I'm doing on the screen. So we're going to start off down at the bottom in one of the bottom grids and work on his beard. So we do a line going up and out to the side, and then the same on the other side. Then from there we're going to continue coming out for his jawline. So we come out to the top line and then bring that line up into the next grid, and then up and out again, and then that's where we're going to be drawing in his ear. So that's one side, so do the same on the other side, bring his jawline out. And then go up and then up and out again. And remember, if at any point you get behind, just pause it and catch up. There's no rush, and just take your time with it. So next up we're going to draw the top of his head and the side of his head. So we're going to aim for that mark there, so go up and in just a little bit, and then continue into the next grid. And the same on the other side. And then now all we need to do is join those 2 marks up. So I'll put a little line, and that's the point we're going to aim for. So it's going to be a nice big curve coming over the top like that, and then down the other side. So now we can work on his ears. So it's just coming out, a little inwards movement, and then round at the top. And the same on the other side, so come round and then go up and round, do the same and join it up at the top. So that's his ears done. So we're going to come back to his beard now. So continue the line going upwards, and the same on the other side. And then curve that line inwards. to the middle line, to the center line. Then do the same on the other side. So from there, bring it down a little bit on a curve. So that's going to be the outline of his beard. So now let's work on the inside. So from there, come round and up and do the same on the other side. And then go acrosswards to the center again, and the same on the other side. And go down to the bottom of his beard. I'm going to go up and make some jagged little edges. And the same on the other side, so up, little jagged edges. And then we just need to join those together in a little curve. Okay, so that's his beard. So now we're going to start on his mouth, and the way we're going to do this is draw the inside of his mouth. So a big curve up to the side, and the same on the other side. And then join the top of his mouth up like this. And like I say, this is just the inside of his mouth. We're not actually going to draw the outside of his lips. We're going to just colour those in later. So that's the inside of his mouth. And then all we're going to do is colour in the corner of each side of his mouth. That just makes it look like it goes backwards into his mouth, so you can sort of see where his teeth are. And then just do lots of curves over the top like this. And then colour those in a black colour or just with a pencil. And that's going to make it look like it's his teeth. Okay, so that's the inside of his mouth there. So now we can go back to his ears and add some detail. So just a line at the top, a line coming down, and then for the middle part of his ear, we just do a little V shape, and the same on the other side. So now to his nose then, so just above his beard, we're going to do an oval shape on a slightly downwards angle, and the same on the other side. And then we just need to join those two up so it comes down and then back up like that. And then the side of his nose, so it's just a curve that comes out and up like that, and the same on the other side. And then we're just going to go up and do his eyebrows. So a little squiggle there, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So it's a line going across, and bring it round on both sides. I'm going to put a little squiggle and join it back up. And remember, just take your time with this, and if you make a mistake you can just erase it and start again. So below his eyebrows we're going to put in his eye, so it's just a big oval, and the same on the other side. So it's a big curve, and then bring it round, and the same on the underneath. So just above his eyes we're going to do a curve for his eyelids, and the same on the other side. Now go to the inside of his eyes, we're going to draw a circle for his iris, so just a curve and a curve on the other side. And then for his pupil, what we do is draw a circle, but don't fill in the entire circle. So at the top left hand side, just do a curve, so it's like a semicircle, colour it in black, and we leave a little section, so that's going to look like a highlight on his eye. So now down to his beard, we're going to draw just 2 lines either side, and that's going to be his laughter line. So when he smiles, you can see that he's got 2 lines either side of his mouth. So now go down to the bottom of the page. We're going to work on his shoulders. So from each corner, just draw a big curve going from the corner to the bottom of his jawline. And then to finish off his shirt, all we need to do is a big curve going from his neck underneath his beard, and do the same on the other side, and I'm just going to join it up. Okay, so that's the drawing then so far. What we need to do now is just take an eraser and just remove the grid that we drew earlier, and that'll leave us just with a blank picture, like a blank outline of our drawing ready to colour. Now for the colouring then, you can use anything you want. You can use marker pens, crayons, felt tips, coloured pencils, even paint. And the most important thing is just to kind of get the correct shades. It doesn't have to be the exact same colour that I'm using. So to start off with, we're going to use a dark tan colour, and we're going to colour in all the darker parts of his face. So we're going to colour in little bits on his ears. So these are all the shadows. And then on the side of his face, we're just going to colour in just below his beard, and then go all the way up the sides. And then a curve round to the top of his head, like this. And then just the same on the other side. And now we can work on his nose. So again, we're just colouring the shadows here. So we start at the bottom, colouring the bottom of his nose, and then we're going to create a curve, and then go up and in towards his eyebrow, and then on the side of his nose, bring it round, and then go up. So you can see that we've left a gap on the side of his nose. That's going to be the side of his nose where the light's hitting it. So this will make it look like it actually sticks out from the page. So we do the same on the other side. So go round and bring the line up into his eyebrow and colour that in. So that's his nose coloured in there. And you can see that we've left the 2 white patches on the side of his nose. So now what we need to do is take a lighter colour now, so a lighter tan colour, and we're going to colour in the rest of his skin. Okay, so that's his skin coloured in, and you can see around his lips I've actually left a space. I've not coloured in all the way to the inside of his mouth, because what we're going to do is colour in his lips next. So grab a light pink colour and colour in his lips. And then now grab a light grey, and all we're going to do is colour in some shadows. So on his teeth, either side on his mouth, just put a thin line on either side of his mouth, and then going across the top of his teeth or just below his lip. And then we're just going to do a similar thing on his eyes. So on the white parts of his eyes, on the top inside, just draw a line on either side of his eye, and the same on the other side. And that's just going to add a little bit of a shadow. So now what we can do is take a dark brown colour, and we can colour in everything else. So I'm going to start with his eyebrows, then move on to his eyes, and again don't colour in the little white section, and then bring it down to his beard and colour in his beard in this same brown colour. Okay, so that's his face and everything coloured in there. All we need to do now is colour in his shirt. I'm going to use a dark grey colour, but for this you can use whatever colour you want to. So colour it in like that, and there we go, that's our finished drawing. And if you want to though, you can actually add one more step. So if you've got a Sharpie or a black marker pen, take the thick end of the pen, and we're just going to add an outline all the way around the outside, and that'll just make it stand out from the page and make the colours pop. So just go all the way around the edge, like that. So that's our finished picture there, that's the rock, Dwayne Johnson. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to smash a like on the video, subscribe to our channel if you've not done already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.